I greet people at the museum all day, every day who say, I can't listen to rap. Just dismiss it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't like rap. And I don't want to be confrontational, but I'm so turned off by, like, you're going to just dismiss all of this art because you have a preconceived notion of what it is. Yeah. I don't like country music. Wow. There's, I can't listen to punk rock.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair, but like that really is limiting, same with saying I don't like country music. Well, have you listened to this?
Yeah.
Oh, I like that. Well, have you listened to this? Yeah, I don't care for that. Okay, cool. There's such a wide range of stuff in every genre of music.
And if you think about it, that's what Sam Phillips was doing. He was putting gospel together with black music, with hillbilly music, and he was mixing all this stuff because he knew what people would. He was trying to stumble on the secret sauce.
Yeah.
You know, and which people still do today.
And you got to have failures to find it. You got to go down these roads where it's not at to get to where it's at.
Yeah. The one thing I did notice, I was looking at pictures of all these different guys that have been coming up, and they all, like the successful guys, seem to all have like a cool story. Like that Jelly Roll guy. Yeah. My wife was telling me the guy was in prison and all this stuff, and then I was thinking, okay, Hank Williams, like his stuff's, a kid today might say, oh, it's kind of hokey or whatever. Mm-hmm. Well, the guy, he's an alcoholic, died at 29, but he had all these. It's just that hard luck story.
He had demons.
Johnny Cash had demons and his redemption, and I think that's what makes it better. Like these guys are not just singing songs because they can sing. It's like they're telling a story.
Yeah. Oh God, there's so many people that can sing.
Oh yeah.
That's not where it's at. I'm not a good singer, but there are so many people that can sing. Yeah. That I hear that a lot. Like, oh, my niece, you should hear her voice. Yeah. Well, what's her story? Yeah. Like, I mean, it's great to have a good voice. That's great. But why should I listen to her? And I get people that come to me and say, like, listen to my band. And I'll say, are you good? Well. And, like put modesty aside. Are you good? Do you believe in yourself? Yeah. Well, we're trying to get there. And, if you don't believe, why should I believe? Yeah. I don't mean to be dismissive, but I do turn that around on people all the time. Are you good? Yeah. And the people who are like, yeah, we're good. Then, okay, let me hear it. And what's your story? Yeah. That's a big thing. Like, it's interesting now that American Idol and The Voice and the shows have driven so much of, it's a game show. But if you'll notice, the ones who are successful have a story. That's part of those shows.
I do want to say one thing. Like my son is a dancer, and he grew up in our house and not pretty much uneventful in our house, And the producers call him. He went out for like So You Think You Can Dance. He sent in a tape, and they're we really like you and stuff. But what's your story? I don't know, man. My life's pretty good. I don't have any problems. Oh, well, all right. Then click. Right. And I'm all, you idiot. You should have said, like I was tormenting you or something,
Well, yeah. Well, that's the thing. If you don't have an angle, there's no offense, but click. Yeah. Like, yeah, I get that's where they're coming from because a lot of people can dance. Yeah. And they are looking for the people with the story. It's as wrong as that may seem, or as hurtful as it can be. Yeah. Because I'm the same. I grew up just Midwest kid, falling in love with this rockabilly music, and that again, rockabilly. That word to you means something that's different than what it means to me. That's different to the listeners that you have here. That conjures different things. What is rockabilly? Yeah. Rockabilly is a really wide net. Yeah. That covers a lot of stuff. Where I'm growing up, just like happy to hear something a little twangy. Like, oh, I dig it. And then I really felt it in California. Like people can be really narrow-minded about, you got drums and you're not rockabilly, or you don't wear the right clothes, you don't drive the right car. Yeah. And you realize like, it's in my mind, it needs to be this. Yeah. And in a lot of people's mind, it's this. Well,
for me, rockabilly was about 6 months in 1982. You know, and it was like, you know, you're growing up and it's a pinnacle, man. I really found myself. These are my people, you know?
Yeah.
I guess you're always like trying to go back to that feeling or something.
Sure. Yeah. Still. And the idea that rock and roll also a really wide, if you say rock and roll, if rock and roll happened in 1955, 56.
Yeah.
Like it really was a short window.
Yeah.
It blew up. It was this thing.
Yeah.
It scared everybody. It was threatening.
Yeah.
Then it watered down. It has little peaks and things pop up again here and there and things happen. But then it's like really it's like 6 months in 1956.
Yeah.
And you're right. Then this revival's like 6 months in 1982. This thing pops up and it's this thing and it's marketed.
Yeah.
And it reaches middle America too.
Yeah.
And so it's fascinating to see. And you're right. Now we're in this place today where there aren't kids in the garage playing guitars.
Yeah.
But there are kids on their laptops making beats.
Yeah.
And I can see the parallel there.
Mm-hmm.
I can also see how that can seem frustrating. Like, I want the kids and the guitars in the the garages.
Okay, I mean, here's the old deals. Like, I still play music with friends and stuff, and it's just the energy of some guys in the room. You start to get it tight, you know, and you hear every note, and if guys banging too loud, you got to bring it down together and get all the time together. It's like it's this big puzzle that you put together. And I guess that's what I miss, like that every once in a while you just get that feeling and you're like, yeah, dude, this sounds right. You know, I just don't know if you can get that with a computer, but that's my old man talking.
Yeah, it is. But yes, I've been in that room where suddenly the song is playing me. We're playing the song and then suddenly it takes over and everything it's just coming out of us.
Yeah.
And you lock into that thing. And once you find that feeling, you keep wanting it.
Yeah.
You keep wanting that feeling. You keep wanting to get back to that place. And BR549 definitely had that. We felt that every night. We could lock into that.
Oh yeah.
Every night.
You're playing at the Star Club on Broadway.
Yeah.
You know, basically.
Yeah, we're locking into that thing.
Yeah.
And it's that torrent and it's that river that's moving and you're finding it. And what we had to do was as we traveled and went from town to town and different countries, it's like we got to find that thing and bring it to the audience. That's what people are there for.
Really?
Is to lock into that thing. And it's like you said, you're sitting around and it's going back to sitting around in your front room and playing with your friends.
Yeah.
And you find that thing and when it's right,
you're selling them a feeling basically.
Oh, you're totally selling them a feeling. And you're trying to lock into that and if you feel that and you get hooked on it and you can't go back to it, that's damning. That's
really
hard. Yeah.